is happening, everybody and fellow nerds? Welcome to Parvilians, and I am your host, Parvil, and today, as you can tell from the trailer, we're going to talk about Avengers Endgame. And this is going to be a spoiler-free review. Sorry I'm not wearing a Avengers Marvel shirt like I was wearing yesterday for the movie when I went to go see it. I figured, since I don't have that one good and ready, I figured I'd go ahead and just wear a Marvel shirt, and I figured I'd just wear some Venom. So, as we are going to discuss Avengers Endgame, I'm going to repeat again, spoiler-free review. I am not going to do spoilers. If you want me to do spoilers, you better comment down below, and I will do a spoiler review, and anybody can get upset whenever they see that video, because then they were like, we weren't warned, and I'll be like, well, this one, I warned you, it was spoiler-free. Next one, if I do end up doing a spoiler one, if you guys want me to, that's when I'll be like, well, you requested it, and I'm doing it, so obviously if I do a spoiler one, it'll be a big banner of spoilers, like I'm doing with this one. As you can tell from the title, I did spoiler free, and I made that big, so that way nobody would get upset and butthurt that I'm doing this, and they think that I'm going to be talking about spoilers. So, I'm going to start with giving my initial thoughts, and then I'm going to break down some of the stuff as far as actually critiquing the movie. And then I will give you the score. The score will be at the very end, and then, you know my jazz, I'll continue from there, and we'll just see how it goes. So, Avengers Endgame, my initial thoughts. A beautiful movie to close what has been going on for 22 films for the past 10 years. Now almost 11, we'll be getting closer to that mark here pretty soon. A big feat. I remember being a kid growing up with the cartoons and growing up with the comics, having all the figures. And then once Iron Man was announced and was released in 2008, even though there was an announcement a year before that, actually for me it was hidden until I saw trailers when it was actually going into theaters. I had no idea we were getting an Iron Man film, and that it was actually going to be a Marvel production, not just some 20th Century Fox / Marvel production, or Sony. Even though I think at that point in time, Sony hadn't already had Spider-Man, and then they were getting Amazing Spider-Man, because, man, the Amazing Spider-Man films have been years recent. I mean, are a few years old now, but not old enough to make us go, wait a minute, there's no thing. I think by that time in 2008, we just got off the train of Spider-Man 3. Maybe, I don't know. I might be correct here. Just comment down below if you remember those years, or if you can look at those years. I could do it over here with mine, but at the same time, I'm continuing this, and I want to still go. So we started with Iron Man in 2008, and we had his film, Robert Downey Jr., absolutely amazing. Jon Favreau as his bodyguard / friend, Happy, and was the director. And then obviously we had the mishap of, I say mishap because the guy who plays Rhodey now is absolutely amazing. We had Terrence Howard as the first Rhodey. Comic book wise, he fits the look of the character, and cartoon wise. If you go off of, sorry, I wanted to fix that. If you go off of Don Cheadle's, the emotion wise and playing the charisma of the character, nailed it. So if there was a way to have both of those two together, Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle, that would have been an amazing Rhodes. But I'm absolutely happy with the ending result, with going to Rhodes with Iron Man 2, and then continuing with him throughout the rest of these movies. He plays the character beautifully. And then everyone else we got introduced to and seen throughout the films. Just everyone. And the fact we get to see the closing chapter, the continuing chapter from Infinity War, which a lot of people were assuming it was going to be Infinity War Part 2, which actually makes sense because the film in the beginning of it is 2 days after Infinity War. So you could do like people can do with other films. Like if you put The Incredibles 2, and you put them together, you have a super long movie, and you can watch it continuously. This is what you can do with Infinity War and Endgame, even though Endgame is set 2 days after the events in Infinity War, which who cares? It's a continuation. It's parts of each other. That's closing for the 10 years that we've had Marvel. And I just think it's an absolutely beautiful movie. Everything was perfect for me. Personally, I never once was in the film. I mean, was watching the film with Handicapkid, and all of a sudden I immediately clicked out and was like, that's not for me. I stayed into the film. I laughed. I cried. I was pumped, and adrenaline was rushing throughout all the stuff that was going on for the Avengers. There was a lot of moments. I mentioned this to Handicapkid on the way home when we were talking about the film, because that's what me and him like to do. Once we're done seeing a film, and we're with a person who wanted to see the film with us, and we really want to talk about it, we will talk about the film the whole way home, and we almost did. And I was hooked into it. I was stuck in the film. I never, again, I'm going to say it again, never once was like, I'm out of the film. What the hell's going on? I actually stayed in the film the whole time. Like you guys getting stuck to the screen with me, whenever I do acting stuff, I hope I'm able to do that for you guys whenever I start doing short films, and you can just stay attached to the screen. You don't have to go, what's going on here? Where's the story? In this, the story flowed beautifully, even with some things that I thought were just a little off, which would be spoilers, and I'm not going to mention. Just a beautiful movie, and I mean, it really pulled on my heartstrings. It really pulled on all the emotions that I knew all the Marvel movies usually do. There's only been a few superhero movies that I've cried in. I can tell you them right now. It was Logan, Captain America: Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and now this one. And I think there might be a fifth one that I might be missing. I am not really sure. Logan, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. Yeah, that's pretty much it with Marvel movies. Or superhero movies that have made me emotionally actually cry. Those are the only ones. And the fact that a movie can give me all these emotions in one sitting and then keep me glued to the screen is just beautiful. I love the Russo brothers. All their movies just been great. When they first started with Captain America: Winter Soldier, I knew if they continued doing Marvel films, it would just get amazing from them. And then once that they did Civil War, thought that was amazing, and then Infinity War, and then I was like, there's probably no way these guys can top Infinity War, and they did with Endgame, and I absolutely loved and enjoyed it. Now, acting. Oh my God, everyone was beautiful in this film, but the four characters that you gotta keep an eye on and pay attention with in this film is Chris Evans, Jeremy Renner, Robert Downey Jr., and Chris Hemsworth. The two of the three Chris's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because it's Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, and Chris Hemsworth. And all three of them did beautiful in this movie, but the time you got to see most of in this film, the Chris's that you have to watch, Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth. And then Jeremy Renner, beautiful. And then Robert Downey Jr., also beautiful. Sorry. Yeah. All four of them. Everyone did great, but those four really got me. Two of the four really, really got me, and just made me think that I would love to work with them someday, and I would appreciate seeing them face to face in action, get to talk with them, pick at their brains, and then do everything else. Just all the acting beautiful as ever when it comes to the Marvel movies. I mean, anyone that they've picked so far has been great. The only thing that I still haven't seen, and I don't care what people say, you don't have to see Captain Marvel to see Avengers Endgame. I still haven't seen Captain Marvel. And from everyone that I've understand who've seen it, everyone who's seen it, and then a big handful of people on the internet and who've watched it, and then YouTubers who I respect, who are really good sources, all of them just don't care for Brie Larson's acting. And other things that I've seen of hers before Marvel, even though I still haven't seen it, she isn't that great of an actress. Yes, she's won an Academy Award for the movie she did with that little boy called Room. That was good acting. I would say that was good acting. Probably excellent acting. But other than that, there's everything else I've ever seen her in. not including Captain Marvel because I haven't seen Captain Marvel. Again, going to say that I haven't enjoyed her acting at all. Not as much as I do everyone else, and I believe everyone else is above par to her. I would be perfectly happy with all the people above her that she works with to get an Oscar before she would have. But it is what it is. I mean, I remember that Oscar year when she won her Oscar. I mean, congrats to her. I mean, anyone who wins an Oscar, congrats, because that's a big honor. It's like Grammys for the musicians, but for actors, which everyone knows this by now. If you don't know what the Oscars is or the Grammys by now, it's kind of like you've been under a stone, because everyone should know that by now. Just acting, just beautiful. Music and scoring, beautiful as ever. I believe it's the same guy that they've been using all this time. I absolutely love the music in all the Marvel films, but this one in Infinity War, really good. I absolutely love them. Costuming, beautiful again. They did do some tiebacks to a couple of old ones. My favorite suit Cap wore again, which was his Winter Soldier suit, as we've seen in trailers. Aside from the new upgraded suit that he gets, which looks beautiful as far as like comic accurate again. I actually have the Winter Soldier suit, his stealth suit, the blue one, not his classic one that he got in the first Captain America movie. His stealth shield suit. I have that one. All I have to do is just get an updated belt, because my old one broke and can't really clip it anymore, because for some reason the belt that I got, its buckle was a malfunctioning belt buckle, and I didn't know this until after I got it. But just costuming beautiful again, and then stuff that you could tell was actual sets and not CG or green screen, beautiful and as ever with Marvel films. And then the CG, Thanos looks so much better in this film than he did in Infinity War. And then when you watch the film and you do the credits, there's a shit ton of visual effects. Props to everyone in the visual effects department and everyone who did CG and everything for everyone in this film. Beautiful as ever and awesome. Again, I'm going to say Thanos looked so much better in this film than he did in Infinity War. And then in Infinity War, he looks so much better than previous in-credit scenes, to me personally as well, too. Josh Brolin's killing it. I mean, I really hope he continues doing superhero films as villains or superheroes, because we all know he played Cable. I love Josh Brolin. I grew up with Josh Brolin growing up, Goonies and all his other films. So it's cool to see him be the Mad Titan Thanos. And then just everything about this film is just beautiful, guys. I would say the things that I really didn't like, the two things I kind of didn't like, well, I say two. It's more really one. Well, no, there is two things, but involves big parts in the film, and to me those would be spoilers, and I'm not giving that to you guys. So like I said, if you want a spoiler review, comment down below. I can tell you what those spoilers are. It would be a short video though, because it's only two, and I would just talk a lot about it and I'd be rambling. So like this one, it's actually going to be pretty decent. I can see the time now, so I'm already going to be sorry about this. And then after editing, it's going to be longer because I add in trailer and then my intro and outro. So everything's crazy, everybody. But anyway, I'm going to give Avengers Endgame 9.5 out of 10, and it's that's the best score I can give for this film. So everybody just go check out Avengers Endgame whenever you can. See it whenever you can. Me and Handicap Kid got lucky. The day we got to see it at the theater we went to go see almost was completely sold out. So if you get the chance on any weekend, any weekday, hopefully it'll start getting better throughout the week. And then this next coming up weekend, get tickets, go see it. See it however way you want to, IMAX, whatever. At the screen we saw it, in the shape we had it, which was an Infinity Grand screen, a beautiful way to see it. Another beautiful way to see it would be IMAX or anything else like that, because you could have the sound and everything with you. So other than that, just comment down below, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. All you guys will see from my next video coming up soon, which I hope you guys will like. I'm still trying to plan out what I'm wanting to do for it. But other than that, stay classy, stay nerdy, and I will see you guys in the next video.